Welcome to the deep and storied lore of the Dwarves of Eberron, a people defined by resilience, tradition, and a complex tapestry of ambition and adversity. Hailing from the fabled Mror Holds, the dwarves' journey spans millennia, from their icy origins in the Frostfell to their rise as the continent's preeminent miners, merchants, and keepers of arcane secrets. Today, we'll uncover the full chronicle of their fascinating history. Our journey begins in the Frostfell, a forbidding Arctic wilderness, far to Eberron's north. Long ago, Dwarven tribes endured as hardy barbarians, eking out survival amid the endless ice, bitter winds, and predatory dangers. Driven by a desire for warmer lands and richer mineral veins, the ancient dwarves embarked on a great migration, abandoning the bleak tundra for the promise of southern mountains and a better life. The dwarves' exodus led them to the rugged Ironroot Mountains, a vast, mineral-rich mountain range spanning eastern Corvair. Here, they found shelter against the elements and began to carve mighty homes from living stone. These mountains would form the backbone of the Mror Holds, but this new land was no empty frontier. Powerful native beings, especially the Orcish Jorashtar clans, already called these peaks home. The encounter between dwarves and orcs was immediate and explosive. The Jorashtar orcs, indigenous to the Ironroot Mountains, possessed a warrior culture shaped by centuries of hardship. Competition over territory, mines, and resources sparked a conflict that raged for generations, becoming a bloody, unending feud. This enmity, rooted in dispossession and mutual distrust, still fuels raids, skirmishes, and grudges to this day. Even as they fought external enemies, the early dwarves of the Ironroot Mountains fractured into fiercely independent clans, each one led by a powerful patriarch or matriarch. Ancient songs and Dakani dirges tell of these stone warriors of the north, fortifying strongholds deep underground, forging weapons, and burrowing into the earth in pursuit of wealth and prestige. These divisions defined early dwarven society, both a source of strength and vulnerability. Central authority came from the legendary Deep Kingdom, ruled by figures like Lord Cordran Mror, a dwarf whose decisions would forever alter the destiny of his people. When an uprising erupted among the deep-residing clans, Lord Cordran responded with force, and history records this as the infamous Exile of the 12. Lord Cordran Mror's harsh judgment saw 12 rebellious clan leaders exiled from the depths, each forced to establish themselves above ground, barred from returning by potent magical seals. These 12 outcasts were not just banished, they were charged to prove their worth outside, and in so doing, laid the foundation for the 12 great Mror clans of modern Eberron. Life on the surface was a crucible. The Exile clans toiled amid harsh conditions, seeking ways to demonstrate their value to Lord Cordran and outdo their peers. Efforts to prove oneself blossomed into legendary feats of construction, such as carving the monumental stone face of Lord Mror, an enduring symbol of aspiration and stubborn determination. Yet, this era's fierce competition soon devolved into generations of clan rivalry and feuding. As the clans vied for supremacy, grudges hardened into traditions, petty disputes often escalating into full-blown hostilities. In the absence of a unifying enemy or monarch, these internal contests defined Mror culture. Even today, ancient enmities color the clan's politics, commerce, and day-to-day dealings. While their tenacity made them formidable, it also left them vulnerable to outside forces. With their attention divided, the dwarves became easy prey when humans expanded into the region. Khan Eowyn, son of King Galifaran himself, saw opportunity in the untamed, resource-rich Ironroot Mountains. Seizing upon the dwarves' discord, his army swiftly subdued the Mror Holds, integrating the territory as part of Karnaf. This unexpected conquest altered the dwarves' fate, moving them from independence to provincial subjugation. While the dwarves had lost political autonomy, the enforced peace under Galifar's rule brought several unanticipated benefits. Freed from the cycle of clan violence, Dwarven society knit together in deeply pragmatic ways. Ancient grudges softened, at least outwardly, paving the road for technological advances and unprecedented collaboration among the clans. The stronger, unified Mror culture that emerged would be tested again and again as the centuries rolled on. One of the most significant consequences of this era was the decision by Clan Kundarak, keepers of the ancient magical wards, to finally release the seals blocking access to the kingdom below. For the first time in centuries, the surface clans could reclaim the lost depths, only to discover that tragedy awaited beneath. The Daelkyr, Extrapolana Lords of Madness from Zoriat, had overrun the Deep Kingdom. The Daelkyr's war upon the dwarves had been devastating. Twisted aberrations haunted the halls once carved by dwarven hands, and ancient cities lay in ruin. Recovering the kingdom below became a rallying call for all raw clans. The need to reclaim and contain the horrors spreading from the depths forced traditional rivals to cooperate as never before, shaping a new age of vigilance and resolve. Through unrelenting effort and hardship, the Dwarves of the Mror Holds emerged as a society marked by profound clan loyalty, pride in ancestry, and a near paranoid attention to detail. The clan remains the fundamental unit of life. Family names, storied lineages, and honor above all else. Yet beneath the surface, scars of old betrayals linger, and political maneuvering is never far from sight. In time, governance evolved from clan assemblies and war councils to the formation of the Iron Council, a body of clan lords representing each surviving bloodline. Centered in Crona Peak, the greatest city of the Mror Holds, the Iron Council transformed the region from a patchwork of rival mountain forts into a nascent nation-state. Yet true unity remains an ongoing struggle, with compromise hard-won and rare. Crona Peak itself is a marvel, a labyrinthine city bustling with thousands. Engineered from the heart of a mountain, here lies the Ferrous House, seat of the Iron Council, as well as Kul Koran's throne, the sacred temple dedicated to the sovereign host's god of wealth and trade. The city is a testament to Mror dwarves' ingenuity and their drive to prosper against adversity. The dwarves' determination produced a society deeply focused on wealth, mining, and control of resources. The Ironroot Mountains are among Corvair's richest sources of precious metals and gemstones. Trade from the holds radiates outward, fueling economies across the continent. Even so, wielding these riches with savvy and defending them from rivals are defining features of dwarven life. Of course, the struggle with the Jorishtar endures. The Orcish clans were marginalized by dwarven expansion and now exist mostly in the wildest reaches and shadowy valleys. Some Mror clans, like the proud Mroranon, seek the wholesale destruction of the Jorishtar. Others, such as Toldarath and Tordanan, advocate integrating these orcs as equals, an ongoing source of tense debate within the Iron Council. The Jorishtar themselves are no mere footnote. Forged by adversity, they adhere to a code valuing strength in battle and leadership through prowess. The title of Bloodspiller signifies their greatest heroes. While dwarves accuse them of banditry, the Jorishtar see themselves as defenders of ancestral lands, resisting both dwarven hegemony and the rising tide of change in the mountains. Not all is martial, though. Spiritual life in the holds is vibrant and varied. Most dwarves revere the sovereign host, especially Kul Koran, the patron of trade, Dol Ara, and Onatar, god of craft. Some rogue elements turn to the mockery, or even dangerous fringe cults like the Dragon Below, reflecting deeper anxieties about the darkness lurking under their feet. In the midst of this social and economic complexity sits House Kundarak, the greatest dwarven power in all of Corvair. Born from the duty of guarding the sealed kingdom below, House Kundarak's destiny pivoted upon the emergence of the Mark of Warding. This dragon mark, which grants mastery over security and protection, reshaped Kundarak into a legendary banking and vault-keeping dynasty. House Kundarak operates from Kurunda Gate and governs with the conservative rigor of its ancient traditions. Although it officially relinquished its mines upon achieving the status of a recognized dragon-marked house, it retained the rights to lease them, preserving both fortune and influence. Its vaults, rumored to be impenetrable, draw royalty, merchants, and even other dragon-marked houses in need of security and loans. Neutral in much of Dwarven politics by decree, Kundarak nonetheless exerts subtle influence across the Iron Council, the Holds, and all of Corvair. Its role in commerce, diplomacy, and the Treaty of Thronehold, where they ensured all nations settled their wartime debts, cannot be overstated. Their legendary neutrality and banking prowess give them authority wielded in whispers rather than decrees. Among Mror clans, Clan Mror holds a special reputation for mining and smithing. Their iron ore is legendary, their markets buzzing with trade goods destined for Breland and beyond. Yet unlike some rivals, Mror refuse to use Dalekeir-forged weapons, seeking instead to purge their ancestral halls of aberrant corruption rather than weaponize it. Clan Soldarak provides a sharp contrast. They are not above risking corruption by Dalekeir arms and artifacts in exchange for an advantage. Feuds like these define Dwarven politics and shape adventuring hooks. Choices of honor, pragmatism, and even heresy are all alive beneath the stone of the Mror Holds. Despite unity under external threat or the pressures of modern politics, true peace within the Holds remains elusive. Espionage between clans, carefully maintained secrets, and tales of sabotage are facts of life. Mror dwarves are famously tight-lipped, fiercely loyal only to family, and often suspicious of outsiders, reinforcing their fortress-like culture both literally and figuratively. Clan and personal identities are intricately tied to ancestry and legend. Dwarven names ring out with hard consonants and gravitas. A Mror dwarf's introduction is not just a name, it's a recitation of ancestors' deeds, clan triumphs, and enduring grudges. The burden and blessing of history shape every interaction. Meanwhile, the push to reclaim the ancient kingdom below continues. Pockets of the deep remain infested with Dalekeir horrors. Dwarven delvers, explorers and adventurers continually risk their lives in efforts to cleanse and restore what was lost, proving their worth to ancestors and helping to ensure the Hold's future security. With the outbreak of the last war, the Mror dwarves discovered both newfound opportunity and necessity. The collapse of Galifaran led to the First Iron Council and the declaration of Dwarven independence in 914 YK. For the first time in thousands of years, the dwarves were once more masters of their fate, but the legacy of external control would shape their outlook and alliances moving forward. The independence of the Mror Holds, secured by force of arms and economic strength, was later acknowledged in the Treaty of Thronehold. The dwarves' mastery of mining, finance, and security guaranteed their importance in post-war Corvair. A patchwork of alliances, some built on centuries of rivalry and others on modern necessity, now defines relations with neighbours and other powers. Through it all, the Mror Holds remain Dwarven heartland, with a population composed of 65% dwarves and notable minorities of orcs, gnomes and humans. The region buzzes with cultural exchange, commerce and innovation. The dwarves' enduring maxim, "The real ruler is the one who keeps the kingdom's purse," reflects a culture that prizes not just martial prowess, but shrewd negotiation and financial acumen. For both players and dungeon masters, the Mror Holds present a wealth of story hooks, from ancestral feuds and Dalekeir curses to the secrets of legendary vaults and the ever-changing alliances of the Iron Council. Whether delving into the depths or navigating the politics of Krona Peak, there's always a new mystery and challenge for those bold enough to seek them. Ultimately, the Dwarves of Eberron are defined by unyielding tenacity. They are survivors of exile, conquest, and cosmic horror. Ever proud, ever vigilant, and ever ready to confront the next challenge, both as individuals and as a united people. The saga of the Mror Holds is theirs to write, and adventure beckons at every turn. As centuries pass and old wounds heal, if only a little, their struggle against both the horrors below and the rivalries within continues to shape the face of Corvair. Will you stand with the Mror dwarves in reclaiming lost glory, or uncover the secrets of an unyielding land where history, ambition, and danger run as deep as the mines themselves?